center, Derek Favors. At point guard, Monster Ball. At the other guard position, Drew Holiday. At the other forward position, Ingram. The head coach of the visiting team is Alvin Gentry.
Fans, are you ready for your Portland Trailblazers? Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 33. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 00, Carmelo Anthony. Man in the middle, 7 feet, number 27, Yusuf Nurkic. At shooting guard, at 6'3", number 3, CJ McCollum. At guard, 6'3" from Weber State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. The head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trailblazers.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at that Lakers matchup, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And Portland starts out with the ball. Some guys check the league standings every day. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach when you played?
Hey, I didn't look at them much because we were a team that was struggling, Kevin. We were just trying to find our way to being competitive back in the early 80s with the Pacers. Well, I never got to the point where we were a team that was looking at the standings daily. And I avoided the papers pretty much throughout my career just because to me was a bit of a waste of energy and time. I had more things to focus on than where we were in the standings and what people might be saying and writing about us.
That free throw missing.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Jrue Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
And he's good on the second. And Drew Holiday, one of the three brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
And that one's good, Ingram.
Well, I really like seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J. A lethal scorer who nails these shots regularly.
Nurkic trying to get open, and it's Lillard missing. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. It's a three-point game, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
First personal foul.
Nurkic against Favors. Outside Anthony. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Holiday makes it off the glass. Holiday's got 5.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here's Lillard. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Nurkic can't hit.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Holiday looking over the floor. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Outside Anthony. A three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Ingram. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, you know, last season ended early for Brandon Ingram. Thoracic outlet decompression surgery, TODS. Not something you hear every day, but thankfully a full recovery is expected.
Now here's Lillard. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. It's tipped.
Ball size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ingram dishes to Holiday. Over Anthony. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And Ingram's thoracic outlet syndrome, the same issue that affected Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because that injury typically is seen and is more common in baseball players. For Ingram, an early diagnosis of blood clots, which could have ended his career, led to the discovery. You know, relatively speaking, the final result and conclusion, a relief.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They lead by 7. Ingram outside. McCollum against Holiday. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Out left to the wing. Nurkic finds McCollum. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. The feed to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And that's 13 points for Drew Holiday.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's McCollum. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Zach Collins. On defense, the Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. The kick out to Holiday. Clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Okafor, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the basket is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Ball against Lillard. Out to Anthony. And another shot. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Here's Ingram after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Okafor against Whiteside. Okafor, the pass to Ingram. No good with the wing jumper.
wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to Lillard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
He throw good, Damian Lillard. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
And now Portland on the break. Rebounded by Moore.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Hart. Now here's Hayes. Over Lillard. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here's Moore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. Fifth best, the Trailblazers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Lillard looking around. Down low, here's Azania. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, it is not easy trying to stop Azania. Even when he gets hit, he finds a way to muscle through that contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Trailblazers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Boy, Hazonia, gotta love him. I mean, he's a fantastic two-guard with great size.
New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the pass to Hayes. And here is Okafor. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Here's Simons. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Hazonia with the ball. Working on Okafor. Offensive rebound. Right side, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Okafor slams it in.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Whiteside. That shot off. Excellent D there from Okafor. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. Jrue Holiday has been on display for the New Orleans Pelicans. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. great team play so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Pelicans leading by 8. Redick passes to Moore. Back to Redick. Poked loose. One-on-one here. Here's Trent, and he goes in for the dunk.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
Now here's Hayes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Last break, here come the Trailblazers. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And they'll keep possession. And here's a look at some numbers from McCollum.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
The first one falls.
I'll tell you what, coming straight to the NBA after just 1 year at Duke, Okafor making an immediate impact in the NBA.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Collins subbed in for Little. And New Orleans also making a change. Favors is checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Simons. 9 points last game out. 4 on the shot clock. Collins passes to Nurkic. And Okafor with the block.
Boy, I love the defensive game of Okafor. He's got a wide reach, and that allows him to get to a lot of shots.
And Moore kicks to Favors. Passes it to Hart. Moore outside. Buries it from three-point range. Moore's got his second bucket tonight.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Pass to Trent. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that one drops for him.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Redick. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Nurkic with the block. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Simon! And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Trailblazers trail by 4, and it's Antoine Moore with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Nurkic bounce pass. Simons the pass to Carmelo. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Nurkic.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Ball. He's averaging 7 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
First one falls for him.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Both free throws good from Holiday. And here are the Trailblazers now. 4-point game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Now here's Ingram. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys, it's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Now Ingram, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard. 14 feet away, another one falls for New Orleans.
And the speed Ingram has makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls. I mean, he constantly keeps them on skates and wondering what's next.
Now here's McCollum. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
You know, talk is cheap, free Wi-Fi. Whoa!
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 4th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Here's Holiday, following the score by Damian Lillard. Holiday attacking again. The Pelicans score.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Fades and shoots. Offensive rebound. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Nurkic.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Holiday, the pass to Melly. Now Ingram. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ingram's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the middle. Here's Melly. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Now, here's Lillard. He's off on that one.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Little in for Carmelo Anthony. And New Orleans also making a change. Hayes, he's checked in for Derek Favors. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
They get the rebound. Hayes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Hayes taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hayes. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Okafor's checked in for New Orleans. Reddick comes in for Drew Holiday. Hayes hits them both. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Lillard. He has 7. To halt the run, and the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Drew Holiday was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, you have to be impressed with Drew Holiday. Few guards go harder to the bucket. He's also become a major threat from distance. So far, he's been the catalyst for the offense.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they could control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
I'm married to this gun. That's who I made.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here we go now. On a roll like roll.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 22 is their biggest lead. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. And it's Favors in at the 5. Here's Anthony following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Pass to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A shot by Anthony, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's ball. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. 5 on the clock, and slam dunk by Ingram.
How do you like this? A sleepy-eyed assassin. Ingram looks like he could score in his sleep.
There's the pass to Collins. Back to Lillard. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Favors. McCollum against Holiday. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. A challenging stretch here for Portland. Outside Anthony. Passes to McCollum. Here's Lillard. There's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Anthony against Ingram.
Pelicans foul call. Melly. That's his first personal foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Basket good. 12 points for Lillard.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Out to the right wing. Here's Melly. Kept alive. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland.
One shot.
Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Cullen passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. The tray. Pelicans with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Six to shoot. Pass to Simons. No good from outside. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Ball, the pass to Favors. Great D that time from Nurkic. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Anthony finds Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now, here's Ball. 9 points in the game so far. Holiday up top. He is guarded by McCollum. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technicals.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. And it's Dwyane Moore checking in for Ball. Now here's Moore. He's got 5 from the low block, and that's good off the glass that time. Moore's got 7 points. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Here's McCollum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Now here's Moore. He's got 7, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first for the Trailblazers. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Carmelo Anthony. Okafor's checked in for the Pelicans. He hits the second from the line. Here's Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. Knocks it loose. Here's Hart. Okafor trying to get open. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hart's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Simons. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. The Pelicans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Hezonja on the wing. He was all alone on that one. Hezonja's got 5 points so far. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Redick is in the corner. From the wing, again, the Pelicans score.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Trent. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Little. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
First personal foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
And he makes the first. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
He doesn't get the second one. Whiteside goes back up. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Redick kicks to Moore. Back to Redick. Here's the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lasagna, the pass to Little. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hayes.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
The free throw drops for Little. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Hart. 7 points in the game. Moore outside. Pass to Hayes. Tries from 10, and the shot goes in. Hayes has got 5 points so far. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The pass to Lasagna. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hart kicks to Moore. Outside, Redick. That's tipped. Moore outside. The second effort. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hazonia's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Let's just call him No Fear Hazonia, a committed scorer who knows how to ward off contact.
Lets a floater go. Here's Simons. Passes it to Trent. Here's Simons. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Jackson comes in for E'Twaun Moore. Good on the bucket. Hayes has got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Here's Trent. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Whiteside. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And no good that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Trent passes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Hayes.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Ingram outside. Back to Redick. Pass to Ingram. Over Hazonia. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now Lillard. Pass to Trent. Fires from deep. They get it back. And so it's New Orleans with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Little out there with Hazonia, and it's Gabriel in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Little with the ball. Here's Hazonia. Plays it up and banks it in.
And the shifty Hazonia now. He's tricky and crafty. That unpredictable playing style gives him an advantage on his drives.
Now here's Okafor. Now the pass to Alexander Walker. Miller surveying the floor. It's Ingram on the wing. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Trent gets the bucket.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's New Orleans. Jackson kicks to Miller. Okafor with the ball. He's picked up by Little. And it's Ingram missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Nicolo Belli.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Adams' shot is good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pelicans leading by 23. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Miller. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Gabriel. Back to Adams. Here's Trent. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Hard not to wonder if maybe they left it until too late. I mean, they finally started to make some things happen, but at this point, they almost have to be perfect the rest of the way.
Another shot, and Ingram finishes inside.
Timeout.
Ingram's got 23.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Watch shoot this boy from anywhere. I swear I had no conscience. Hit you with that, yeah, drop you full of then I pop it. Always hit the target, bro. This wrist got infrared. If the bully booked him out, just please can't have his leg. This boy takes him dead. Every day like why? Easy's on me tough, let this thing go soon. I see daylight. Bottoms, hey, check, bottoms, hey, check, jab step, got him. Handle life all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, who is that, man? Put your name and your ankles on a...
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country. But it's great for the game, and it's great for the fans in those countries.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Holiday, the pass to Melly. He kicks the ball. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
It's so good to see Ball using his size on these drives, Kevin. He's very effective at getting inside and then making the defense fouling.
And the number 2 overall pick in 2017. Tremendous potential for Lonzo Ball. But Clark's injuries have to be a concern.
I agree. I mean, guys, he's missed 65 games through his first 2 seasons. That's a lot of time on the DL. And hard to improve when you're spending as much time with rehab as you are playing.
That's good from Ball. Clark, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Now here's McCollum. Six on the shot clock. Goes up at the stripe. Unable to get that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Pass to Favors. It's Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Anthony down low. He's covered by Ingram. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That's his second personal foul.
The free throw off from Anthony. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Here's Lillard after Drew Holiday's score. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. And that one drops.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Holiday dishes to Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And that's now 25 points for Brandon Ingram. The Trailblazers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Nurkic finds Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
To the paint. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Anthony. From about 16 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance. Here's Ball. Poked away, stolen by McCollum. The pass to Simons. High, arcing shot. That ball. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And here is Ball. Kicks to Favors. Nurkic with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York. or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Now here's more. Feeds it to Favors.
Trailblazers foul. Simons. That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Pelicans, Derek Favors. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simmons. The Pelicans also changing it up. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart, and it's Drew Holiday in for Ejuan Moore. And he sinks the second. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Here's Ingram following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New Orleans.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Brandon Ingram.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And so here's Portland. Now here's Adams. High post, Nurkic. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Ball.
.36 seconds left in the game. Trent passes to Gabriel. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And it's Ingram missing. Jackson against Adams. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, you guys hang your hat on defense. Is this the sort of defensive performance you expect every game?
Yeah, we can. No, they were practice for. We come into practice, play hard, we work hard, and when we come out to the games, they bring a lot of energy.
It's a young team with young legs, and you showed them at the defensive end tonight. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.